Hey everyone, I hope you're well. So I decided to pick up the controller in PC on Apex Legends and kind of get a feel for it again and ask some simple questions. Is controller on PC better for somebody who is used to playing on console, or is it worth trying to learn mouse and keyboard? This is a very important question for a lot of people, and there are two reasons. Right now there's a lot of talk about aim assist on the controller, and on top of that, the upcoming esports tournament for Apex, or all of the esports tournaments this year, are on PC, which means if you're a console player, you're going to have to make the switch to PC. So the question remains, is it worth switching to mouse and learning mouse completely from scratch, or should you stick to the controller? Now, I've had experience with both. I haven't had much experience with the controller, but I can safely say that aim assist is definitely there, and that does play a big part in helping you to aim, but the story goes deeper, so please listen to the end. If you are interested in competing at a high level, or you're just curious about how aim assist sits on the PC, then definitely watch through this video. I try to be as unbiased as possible here and just lay down the facts. So first things first, when you use a controller, you have aim assist that kind of magnetizes to your target as you aim with it. Now, it seems to be that there's more aim assist on PC than console. There's some tests that have been done. For example, Zeus checked this out himself and he found that it did feel a little stronger on PC. There's no definite confirmation on this yet, but it seems that way. And on top of that, it seems to be what weapons you use and what scopes you use will determine how strong the aim assist is at different distances. So it's not always going to feel strong, and if you're on console, maybe you don't even notice it at all. But it's definitely there, and on PC, as a PC player, it's a really noticeable thing. Why does that matter? Well, if you're moving to mouse for the first time, this is what your aim is going to look like when you pick up a mouse, alright? People always say, oh, mouse is so much better because all you need to do is click on their heads, but that's not as easy as you think. As you can see here, this is me warming up my aim. No, I'm not clicking on people's heads here, I'm missing. If you're moving to PC, then I'd say that, at least to begin with, controller aim is going to be better for you than mouse aim. I'm not saying controller aim is superior, but for this particular situation, the aim assist is going to help you more than it is to pick up a mouse. So if you want to get jumped in straight to the tournament straight away, then I'd highly recommend sticking with a controller for now, because it's going to be better for you, because learning how to use a mouse is going to take a long time. I've been doing it for years, and my aim is nowhere near good enough as, say, Diego, Taishin, Ace, Dizzy, all of these insane players who are really talented with using aiming on a mouse. You know, I cannot quite hit that level, and you're not going to be able to hit that level until you've got a lot of practice in. So if you want to compete soon and you're moving, then absolutely recommend sticking to a controller. But if you want to stay with Apex for the long term and you want to compete and crossplay is completely out of the question, then I'd highly recommend slowly learning the mouse in your off time, because the important thing here is when you have a mouse and a keyboard, you have so much more range of motion, which means your mobility increases. Look at how easy it is to do something like a wall jump, or a wall jump to redirect over the wall here. With a controller, this is really hard to do and really hard to time. With a mouse and keyboard, it's very easy to get right with a bit of practice, because the buttons are just so much more viable. There's so many more buttons. The mouse, you can move in such a larger motion as well. On top of this, you can move whilst looting. Inventory management is so much faster. You can see different clips on screen now, and I'll put on screen as we're talking the differences between mouse and keyboard and controller when it comes to things like movement and inventory management. These two things are going to be important. So yeah, I'd say in summary, controller is a good starting point. If you want to move to PC, it's a good starting point. The aim assist is definitely going to help you a lot, and it's going to be better for you than how you feel with a mouse to begin with. But definitely get some practice in with mouse and keyboard, and over time, hopefully if Apex has a healthy esports career, you can slowly make the transition to mouse and keyboard, because there's just so much more fluidity in terms of movement, and movement's so important in Apex. I mean, it's really hard with a controller to do anything other than strafing whilst fighting. It's really hard to kind of B-hop, it's really hard to wall jump. All of this stuff, all of the pro players on PC are going to be doing, so yeah, that's something to consider. I just wanted to make this video. Both have their pros and cons for sure. I do think that mouse is going to be the better thing overall in terms of what it can do, but you need to be able to practice that a lot, so consider that. Consider how much time you have to play and learn and practice a new thing before considering the Switch. Everybody that is interested in competing, let me know. I'm really excited. I don't know if I'll compete. I'd like to, but I don't think I'm quite at that skill level, so maybe I'll just spectate instead. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I thought this would just be kind of an interesting look at what you should be doing if you want to switch to PC. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in the comments. Cheerio!